Hi, everybody. We just had the most epic conversation with hip hop West Coast legend. Okay, Yo. If you missed it, it is going to be posted on my IG stories. Like, she literally gave us so many gems that I don't even know where to go from there. But I do have somebody that's gonna help me know where to go from there, and that is Sister Sangria, Jessica Spencer. So I'm gonna bring her in now. First, and I want to find out what did you guys in the comments. Let me know, what did you think of the conversation with Yo Yo. It's Cheryl said it was epic. Thank you, Cheryl.
Hey,
Hi,
boo.
Jess. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. I have the
Good.
worst time management skills
Cause you
ever.
black-ish.
Itch.
Ish.
Like, literally, I saw the time running down. Like, I'm the absolute worst.
Girl,
Um,
she was everything.
wasn't she everything? Whew. Joey talking about the cafeterias back open. Joey,
Shut up.
I did not have time for you this evening. This is a fine evening, and I did not need you and your mouth coming in here doing it. Okay? You little badass. Okay. Gail said loved her realness. So I want some other comments. Let me know, what did you think? Mary, my mommy, says hi, Jessica. Chief of
Hi,
Police said
boo.
it
I
was
love you.
epic. It was great to see someone so accomplished yet so humble. Exactly. Like,
Right.
that's really rare. Nikki's just laughing for no reason. Laker guy said, "Hey, beautiful." Israel said, "I love how Yo-Yo talked about being a mentor to young folks that she could have used when she was coming up." Exactly. Ian, what you laughing at? Um,
Hey,
he
Denise. Love
said
you.
Joey goes hard. Joey does not play. Okay.
Hey.
And we have D. Taylor said, "What's up, cousin?" Whose cousin is that? Is that your cousin?
That's my cousin. It's my first
Hi,
cousin.
cousin. Hi,
Hey,
little
girl.
cousin. My mommy says she was fabulous, so giving, literally. Jermaine Nichols says, "Okay, telescope." She got her telescope. She be looking at the stores, okay? So, hi, Amy Smith. Nikita said, "Each one teach one." Yes, to giving to
Yes.
those who are coming behind you. Absolutely. So, Jess, thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
Like I said, Chief of Police says, "Thank you for the interview. You're a natural sister." Yes, sir. Let them know. They're trying to take away my sisterhood, saying that I am less than African American. They make fun of me. Um. Anyway, um, just thank you so much for joining us.
Of course.
We covered a lot of ground, right?
I don't even know. I mean, she blew me away. Like, I thought I was going to talk about something. I was like, first of all, what I do want to talk about is she talked about when she had, like, she heard from God, like, just say yes. And I had that same, I can vouch for that.
I
I had a year
remember
of
that.
yes, yes,
You were like,
and
"I have to say yes to everything this whole year," and I was like, "Where's she going
everything.
with this?"
It just happened. And that year, it was like I faked because it makes you face it, like every fear that you could possibly have, which for me, I hated being in front of the camera. I could write up a storm. I could be on podcasts, which, was still scary. But when I had the year of yes, everything that came my way, I said yes. So God gave me more things to say yes to. I mean, it was just because yes is a frequency. It's an energy in and of itself. Like no has a certain frequency. It almost feels like a dam. It feels like a limitation. It feels like a barrier. It feels like a wall. It's saying like I'm only willing to go this far. You know what I mean? But
Yes.
when you have this energy of yes, and you start your year out with everything that happens, it's a certain level of faith that you
Yes.
have. Like I call this year good. I said this year is good no matter what. My brother passed, and I still say, this year is good no matter what. And that's the level of faith and the energy of yes that like I refuse to be without. And so I thought that was beautiful that she talked about that. And also, her need to be alone. I'll self isolate. I'll remove my energy from the world when I need to, so that I can converse directly with the source. And I think in this society, we're taught that we need an intermediary, that we have to have someone go between us and the source. You don't have anybody go between you and your parents. You go directly to the source. So when you have a question, you have a problem, you have an inquiry, like you go directly to the source that created all. And you just, like Joey always says too, and then don't continue to talk. Say it one time and then listen. Be still and be quiet.
Mm.
Because it's always, like you said, it's always speaking. It's that sometimes you have so much chatter. You're praying so much that you're not listening enough. And it's always talking,
Come on.
right? It's always talking. So, and like you said, it's talking through synchronicities. It's talking through numbers. It's talking through codes. It's talking through people. It's talking through job opportunities. It's talking through relationships that failed. It's always talking to you. And the more you listen, the more you respond from that place, the more it gives you that's an alignment for your good. The more you stop allowing the energy of no to enter your life, because the energy of no is also a relationship that's not in alignment with you, and you know deep down inside that it's not. It's also a career that you know is not the path that you should be going down. It's also just behaviors that you're exhibiting that are not of love. Like when you go to bed at night, this is what I do. I always like take revenue, I take stock of my day. How
Mm.
could you have been better? How could you have said this better? How could you have been more present? You know what I'm saying? So I think we all have to take inventory of who we're being in this life. And that's how you get to the status of her. Look at how humble she was. Like legends, I feel, are willing to be flexible. They're willing to be shifted. They're willing to be in the unknown, because the man that knows something knows he knows nothing at all. And so when you're walking like that, when you've had wealth, when you have had wealth and you've had this fame and stardom and you've been called a star, which is literally like up in the cosmos, right? And then that's fallen, and you're able to still be humble and to give, because when your fists are closed because you're holding on, you're hoarding so much to the little that you have, and you don't open it up, you can't receive it. Not only are you not giving, you also cannot receive any more than you already have.
Yes.
So she has way more abundance than the amount of money that she generated when she first started. And she's leaving much more than a legacy of just music. She's touching people's lives. She's imprinting on the earth. She's walking gently upon the earth. And she is giving and changing and transforming people and planting seeds so that their kids are now going to be changed and their kids are going to be changed. So she really is a legend and far beyond um, anything that I even knew. Like, I'm inspired. I hope other people are. I hope people use the tools that she just dropped on you, and know that it has nothing, being a legend has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with being famous. It has to do, I think, with your direct connection to God, to the universe, and allowing it to move through you. And that energy of yes, where you're not creating a dam, you're not creating any limitation, because you are a divine, infinite being. You are a multifaceted being. You're omnipotent and omnipresent. You're dreaming into levels of consciousness that you can't even tap into when you're awake. So, in that regard, you're a legend right now. It's you that has to step into the energy of yes, I am.
Yes. Yes.
This is I'm First of all, Morgan and I do this on a daily. Like these are our
This is
conversations.
a normal. We be like, "Hey, girl, what you doing, girl?" And start preaching. This is what
Girl.
we do. I need to take us to some of the comments because you just went off. You just went off, bitch. Okay. Nikki said, "Step into the energy of yes, I am." What's Joey's mom's name?
Mama.
Oh, Mama's giving you praise hands. Sir Rod Jones says facts. Nikki says Morgan and Jess are legends. Oh, thank you. You are. Sir Jones says represent your concrete. Gail says tell him Jess. Nikki said come on Jay. Joey's mom says I'm receiving. Thank you, ladies.
Yes.
Lauren is giving all kinds of like weird emojis and shit. Um, somebody said, Rod Jones said put those words on repeat. Okay, like
Mm.
everybody kind of like went crazy like over the shit you've been saying. Like I can't even keep up. Like everybody's losing their mind. Like that the the energy of yes is a frequency, it's a vibration, but so is the energy of no. I wanna go okay, mama. I wanna go to something you said to me earlier on the phone. You said
Yes.
you said we were talking about legends because I was like, I can you be on the show? and you said something like there's only like one energy, right?
Yeah.
So everybody, this is what I want to say. There is only one energy in the whole world. It's God. There's one love intelligence that is in everything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's in the flowers, the birds, the ants, the air, you, me, Felicia, Shaniqua, everybody.
All the
right?
Ishas.
All the Ishas and everybody. So it is what we call, you might call it God, you might call it Buddha, it don't matter. Depending on the culture you're from, wherever, you call it something. Or you don't believe in it at all. Who cares?
Right.
But there is something that gives us all life, that connects us all, and it's intelligent because it works.
Yes.
How does, like, when a woman gets pregnant, how does the sperm know to go to the egg, and the lady's breast has like the perfect milk for the baby, and the butterfly knows how to go from the cocoon to the thing, and I mean, it's just this perfect intelligence that works.
Yeah.
And it's amazing, right?
Yeah.
So my point is that the love intelligence in all things that we call God, right? It's in all the legends that we admire. Like when you bump
Yes.
Nipsey Hussle in the car and you feel like you're unstoppable, when you
Mhm.
moonwalking on Michael Jackson, when you're like lip singing to Whitney Houston or like praising, Malcolm X or Martin Luther King, when something resonates with you, guess what? You are it. The only
Yeah.
reason you love it so much and it hits you in your soul
Yes.
is because your soul is recognizing itself
Yes.
in
Ooh.
somebody else, bitch. It is you. There is no me. There is no you. It is all one. So don't think just because somebody's famous and they're a legend that they're on a different level than you. There is but
Right.
one energy, and you
Yes.
have that energy too. So if you haven't stepped into your fullness and grace of who you are, do it. Because the only reason those motherfuckers is legend is because they stepped out on faith and stepped into who they were. Are
Ooh.
you doing it right now? Are you doing it right now? That's your only job here. Your only job here is to step out on faith. Are you serving people? Are you loving people? What is your talent? How do you want to do it? We're all not talented in the same way. We were blessed in different ways, but it doesn't matter. Don't compare yourself. One flower doesn't compare itself to another. We are all emanations of the Most High God. This is the sun. It has rays coming out of it.
Yes.
One ray, look at the other ray, like that ray is longer than me. No, it just shines. It's one flower, look at the other flower, like why that blooming and why am I dying? No, it just fucking lives or it dies. And if it dies so gracefully, and it goes into the earth and gives birth to the next flower because it knows that its energy is never ending. And so are you. So don't think of a legend as something outside of yourself. Know and understand. Jesus said, in my house, in my house, in my mansion,
in my house there are many mansions.
I'm not a big reader of the Bible. Something about like, in my house are many mansions, right?
Yeah.
Meaning, I'm the big house, but there are all different mansions and emanations within what I've created, and it's all the same thing.
Yes. Yes. And we were talking about that exact thing, that for me, life is a tree, right? And that it sprouts many different branches. And then leaves grow, fruit grows, whatever it does. Some are riper than others. Some just die and wither, but they go back into the earth. The earth is alive. I know we don't look at the earth as a living sentient being, but obviously it is because it grows things, right? So, and that's, I think, why we kind of created this virus as well, because anytime you pollute your body, right, you have to create something to shake it off. We're the virus. But anyway, but the tree, every single branch is still a part of that same tree. It's a part of the same seed that births every single aspect of the tree. So whether or not your lifespan is to live and just be one of the leaves that falls away to the tree and then goes back into the earth to regenerate itself, or whether you are this fruit that someone gets to grab and replenish themselves with, and in their hunger, their starvation, you have a purpose. And every single part of that tree is giving life and is regenerating life through itself. And so it doesn't matter which part of the tree you are, just know. And not one part of it is any more capable or better or higher than you are. We are all purposeful. And we all, I like to like compare it to even a football field. We all have a position to play, right? Yes. So we're all contributing. So just contribute in the best way that you can. Be the best version of you. Take responsibility for just you. You don't have to save the entire world. Save yourself, and in so doing, you will overflow into the world. Let me tell you something. because you are God, every time you step into a room, you bring God into that room when you're being your highest self. Every time you enter a relationship, you're bringing God to the relationship because you're being your highest self, which is divinely connected to God itself. So all you have to do is remove the energy of no, remove the limitation, forgive, heal, so that your vessel, when you bring it into a relationship with a coworker, your family, yourself, you're bringing the highest version of yourself, the purest connection that you can be to God, because you cleared away anything else that says you are other than that.
Oh boy.
Get out of here.
I mean, what you just said, we're a tree. It's like a tree, right? There's and we're all different parts. Some are the roots, some are the trunk, some are the leaves, some are the dying leaves, some are the earth. Like you, and one thing that Yo-Yo talked about is when she was down and out,
Yeah.
God told her to say yes and to show up no matter what, even if it wasn't in the fanciest car, even if her hair wasn't right. It was like, show up and give of yourself. I don't care, right?
Yeah.
It's just she started saying yes, and that was getting in the flow. Like she started saying yes, like a tree, right? Has
Yeah.
fruit, like an apple, right?
Yeah.
It just gives of itself. It doesn't ask, do you deserve my apple? Are you good enough? What you gonna do with my apple? Are you gonna
Right.
sell it for some crack? It doesn't ask that question
Yeah.
because its function is simply to be.
Yes.
To be what it was made
Yes.
to be. So
Yes.
let it go. I see people talking about Nick said, chisel away at the negativity and unveil the legendary sculpture that is already there. If you don't come,
Okay, boyfriend.
Lil Pineapple
Yes.
says, yes, you are the face of God when you walk with them. Tiffany
Yes.
says, come on, Sister Sam.
Mm.
Joey says, take a little negative away from yourself every day. And the way you can do it,
Yes.
when you have a thought that you know is like fucked up, because I have them all the time, it's like,
Same.
like when you have a thought, just cancel it. Be like,
Yes.
I know I thought that thought. That was like real stank of me. So let me just say, you know what? I'm not going to give that power. I'm going to let it go. And the
Exactly.
more that you practice checking your thoughts,
Yes.
okay, OG talking about not the apple for the crack. I mean, that was a very, yeah, that was weird. Okay, but you didn't have to tell me that. Now I'm all off. Now I forgot I was saying boyfriend. But no, like I just say an apple for crack. But no, I can't remember what I was gonna say. I hate you, OG.
Wait, this lighting is not the business today, but I
Mine
showed
isn't
up.
either. It's like I look pale.
I swear, in there I
Ooh,
looked, I was like, but let me give you guys a little bit of like some travel situation here, but I
I
need to
like to
stick to the
travel.
thanks, boo.
The
Tired.
3 cents of melanin I had is gone. I had a tan the other night, but what happened? God, darn.
Girl.
Ooh,
But cheers to, to being in the energy of yes. Cheers to faith, to stepping out. I'm so inspired by Yo-Yo. Like I am, some people that you see as being a legend really aren't. And
right.
she really is.
She
She
really
really
is.
is.
Like I just want to go out and get a yo-yo and just be like, and like hit people in the head with it. That's what I'm gonna do. That's how I
You
want to
can't play with
die.
my yo-yo.
You can't play with a yo-yo. Anyway, that was the try. And then she dropped like, did she like?
10,000 gems. I said, I don't even want to come on no more.
But I know it's like I ain't got nothing to say. No, but she said, but she rapped too. Like she sang her
Mhm.
song. Nikki, what you got to say? What is your word for what is the word? Leave us with the word, Nikki.
What's the good word?
What's the good word? Nikki, Gail, and Nikita. We need a good word. Each of you. Drop the last word of the night. That's it. That
And I
verse, I
see you.
can't believe she dropped a verse. We got like an exclusive at the Champagne Ministry. Okay, Joey. Nick, I'm gonna need
You
you to
ain't
get
right.
there. He said Morgan really did have a tan in 2017. I'm a, you know
It
what?
was kind of 2007, but that's a good, he gave you 10 years more. That's nice.
Don't laugh at them, Nick. Look, Gail says she is inspired. Thank you. Thank you. That's how I feel. Gail, I mean, that was Gail. Nikita and Nikki. What's the last word? Give us the good word.
Thank you,
Y'all
cousins,
already
for
know. I had
tuning
a tan a
in.
couple weeks ago, but it disappeared. I mean, I know black is king, but beige is, what is beige? Not great. Wow. There's a whole lot of yellow.
They're over us right now.
Okay. Nikki said on a serious tip, the power that was shared was next level. Thank you. Nikita, what's the good word for the night before we go?
Speaking of Black is King, Nikita, thank you for shout out Nikita, Lion King.
Nikita is an originator. Ain't nothing greater. Well, you guys, thank you so much for Nikita says not every storm or dark moment is a punishment, God forcing you to depend on him. Interesting. So view things not just as a punishment or as something bad, but as a test of your faith. Simply trust. Trust that you will make it through. Trust that God is in control, but through you and your actions and what you choose to do about it, right? You're not a victim. You're not a victim. You are the key to the kingdom, as Beyonce says. God is the power that powers you, but you decide what direction that you go in. Thank you, Nikita. Well, everybody, wait, why more people are logging in right now?
What up, Shantae?
Hi, Shantae. Thank you, Nick. He said, perceive it all is dope. Sweet Station says, simply trust, simply trust. Thank you. Jess, do you have any lasting words for the night, or have we given all that we can give at this time? Like a apple from a tree.
No, I mean, just like I said, be in the energy of yes, continue to be inquisitive. Like for me, you could be like, how did Yo-Yo obviously tapped in. And how do you tap in is like with inquiry. Like be willing to be flexible and be willing to delve deeper into your connection with God, to your connection with yourself. And every part of your life will be transformed. And I know my life was transformed. And so I see that hers was, I know yours was. So just continue to say yes, continue to say yes to yourself, to everything that awaits you. I was just saying the other day that there's a universal bank, and that supersedes any man-made bank. And that bank has everything that you've ever done that was ever been good or loving or kind. And so you can make withdrawals from that bank when you want to. And it's not just based on money. It's not monetary deposits that you've been making. It's like a nice smile that you've had with somebody. It's giving maybe somebody, whatever it is of you, of your time. So just know that no matter what your bank account looks like, don't base your experience and what you want to have happen in your life on what these numbers say. Withdraw from the universal bank of God that you've been contributing to since the first day that you were born, and withdraw from that. Continue to deposit into it. And it does not matter what the bank says that you have. There's a universal bank and it supersedes all.
Know that the balance is unlimited. So run that
Yes.
bitch. Run that bitch.
Run it back.
I love it. Gail says, and pay attention to God showing you and recognize it and receive it. There's unlimited withdrawals. Tap, tap, tap in the bed and in life. Both feel good. I hate you too.
Absolutely.
You know what? I think like what makes a living legend, or a legend even that's gone, is someone who steps into their power and they own who they are in their own unique way. And I want to make sure all of us are doing that in small ways, in big ways. It doesn't matter. Just know that, bitch, and I'm talking to all of y'all, bitch,
I already got
you
the
are a
chills.
legend. Like your imprint on this earth, the way the sperm got to the egg, like you're special. Like you, the way that you even got here from the invisible realm into like the suit that you have, like you are, no one is more special than you. Like we are all, it's all one. But I just want everybody step into the fullness of who you are. I'm just starting to do it for the first time in my life. For the first time, making decisions for myself, not being scared, step into it, and it feels so good. I only got 300 followers, and guess what? I move like I'm famous because, bitch, I am. I don't need followers or anything else to justify what I do here, because what I do here, I know the value. I'm stepping into the fullness of who I am, and it feels good. And I need nothing and no one to validate that. So that when I am popping on the material level, that'll be great, but it won't mean shit because it gets taken away. I don't care, because I've got the soul balance, and my soul balance is unlimited, regardless of what Bank of America say.
Okay.
So anyway, y'all, I love you so much. Where else can you think, drink, pray, slay, work, and twerk? Nowhere but the Champagne Ministry, honey. So tune in every Sunday at 7 p.m. I'm taking a break next Sunday, but I will be back, and my lineup is ridiculous. Okay? So thank you, everybody. Hi, OG. When you coming home?
Here.
Nick called it Bank of Abundance. I love that. Anyway,
Yes.
guys, thank you for sticking with us. Love you so, so very much. Thank you, Jessica.
Of course. We love
Sorry,
you.
my time management is weird, and we
You good. Trying to
love
prove
you.
your blackness, just trying to
Is
fit
you
in.
coming over, though? We'll talk about it later. Okay, guys. Bye, Jermaine. Bye, everybody. Love you.
Bye.
Nikki said booty pop for positivity. On that note, good night.
Hey, cousin. Love you.